You know, just a couple days ago, a guy was chatting with a guy on the Native Black Bass Conservation Facebook page, which is one of the companions to this YouTube channel. And he asked me, when are you going to ever put out or publish a here's all the bass and here's how to catch them? And I was kind of taken aback, because I always operated under the assumption that, frankly, a lot of you are better at the catching part than I am. I'm always looked at this as my primary duties here to provide some science and conservation information, some identification help, and yeah, a little bit of angling, and kind of really made me start to think, no, maybe I'm neglecting part of my task here. And so I'm fishing with today, what I fish with very often for red-eye bass. It's a custom-made St. Croix. It's a medium light action rod. It's a 6.6. It's two-piece. I like two-piece rods. They're a lot easier to carry around, to pack. It's hard to find two-piece rods, which is one reason why this is a custom-built rod. The other thing I really like are cork handles, which seem to be going out of style. But at any rate, this is a Pflueger President reel. It's the only reel I pretty much use. I have them in 3 different sizes. I have the ultralight version that I use for panfish. I have this version, which is kind of the second smallest one. Then I have 2 of the biggest one that I use for inshore fishing in the saltwater and freshwater for bass, you know, the bigger bass like shoal bass and smallmouth. This little guy here is spooled up with 8-pound fluorocarbon. That's my go-to for red-eye bass. It's a little more than you need probably, but it's a little more abrasion resistant. And to increase the abrasion resistance, I've got a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader that I've tied on to the main line with a double uni knot, which someday I might have to show you that. So that's my usual setup for red-eye bass. And then my strategy right now is I'm walking downstream. Can't really fish soft plastics very easily downstream, so I've used a more active lure here. This is a little crappie spinner bait that I bought God knows where. It has caught red-eye bass everywhere I've ever been, and it's something I can throw across the current while I'm wading downstream to get to the better holes, where I will switch to something a little slower and a little more targeted. But rather than bypass all this water, I'm switch to this, and my strategy is to just keep casting while I'm walking. And I'll tell you, sometimes you can catch fish in some places you would never have stopped to fish, so it can help you catch a couple more than you otherwise would have.